Boogie2988 over on the right. Absolute jokes of humans. No entertainment value whatsoever. Wings is too busy advocating for fucking underage women, and there's clip after clip after clip of him doing so, where it's not just a one-off statement. The guy is a sick fucking pedophile, and there's statement after statement proving that. And if that wasn't bad enough, look at that big hog that he's cozied up next to. Could you imagine having to go to sleep to that every fucking night, ladies and gentlemen? I would literally put the gun in my mouth and say goodbye to this sad fucking world if that was my life. You know what I'm doing today? You know why the show's gonna be late? Because I'm going out with my 10 out of 10 dime-piece Latina girlfriend to have Marquesitas in the Centro Square here in Merida. I have the willpower to get better. You sit on your fat and beg Daddy Keemstar for an extra fucking shekel instead of do anything for yourself. Every time I tune into you fat and you're not fucking sucking off Keemstar's, you're whining about how pathetic your fucking lives are. Well, guess what? You're right. They are fucking pathetic.
Because he's upset because he's live streaming again. I basically just stripped him back and said he gets knocked out every time he has a physical confrontation. He wants to call himself a alpha male. Get my little coach. Yeah, right, but he didn't put it.
5-star dating.
That's so weird. Hey, lo más se loco y lo que es. No, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, this one is. Like, the only time he's a Ralph male is when his wife is talking back to him. That's when he's a man and his girl
I'm going to put my hand and you're not going to stop. And then try to stop it off. You understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? You won't talk to me like this.
He does have a hell of a glass jaw, don't he?
What did he say? He said, like, keep.
Oh, he said he's on the beach and that we're bummed and he's eating, filet mignon at the beach resort. And he's gonna be getting a 10 out of 10, and we're on here and doing all this. Like, nobody believes you, dog. We've seen what you do. We've seen that sex tape that you got hit up on, dog. You lasted like 3 minutes, and the only thing that saved your dignity was that the girl had a voluptuous butt to hide your family jewels that nobody wanted to see. Yeah, you seen that? I know you did.
Yeah, I think I have actually. I guess I tried to put it on.
God, I have not seen that, and that's why I have not. Yes. So freaking blind by that. Let me describe it for you. Okay. You have the Michelin Man's retarded son gets a pussy. There's a dirt road of like body hair going straight down the stomach, and then there's a big ass, and it covers everything because he doesn't have much.
That girl ended up leaving him.
He get sued? Did he get sued over that? Yeah, he just convicted.
Round 2.
Wow.
You know what he did? He tried dancing on me earlier. He said, I took on all the weight that he lost. It's kind of right, actually.
Yeah. I'll give him credit. He's lost weight. I'll give him credit. Like that's the one nice thing I'll say about Ethan Ralph. He's looked better. He does not look as pathetic as he did a year ago.
You know what really sucks is me and my Matt, we have a bet pool, and I put $100 on Ethan Ralph dying at 40. And then Matt showed me the picture of him skinny, which I didn't know I did even lose the weight, and it's like dancing on. I think I only got another 2 years to go. So he has to drop dead before his 40th birthday Eastern Standard Time. And then I get $100, but it looks like Matt's gonna get it.
There's still plenty of other things that could kill Ethan Ralph with his particular lifestyle. It doesn't have to be the food. Don't worry. There's still plenty of chance you might make that money.
Good, now I have hope.
What are some of the things, Boogie? I mean, does he get dumped in Thailand every time he's going to go see a young lady boy? Like all these rumors I've heard, he would like to randomly beat the living hell out of him. I heard he does.
Portugal.
No, I mean, I heard he was like the first person on the list to fight at the boxing event. I'll be genuine here, and I know that's not what this show is all about, but let's just get into it, okay? 98%, I'm a really boring person. But I learned something from my friend from Juggernaut. I learned something from my friend Kid Behind the Camera. People don't want to watch porn. They want to see interesting. So we fabricate time, right? And me, I'm obviously, like 90% of what I say on the show is an exaggeration. I mean, that's true. It's true that was extremely exaggerated. That's what the internet wanted to hear. I did a little of that, but we made it sound like I did nothing but that.
That's like that's a perfect excuse for not actually being a degenerate, though.
Well, I am a degenerate. Do not take that away from me. I am a degenerate, okay? Do not take that. I'm just not as big of a degenerate, right?
You sound like Wings. Like, oh no, it was only for entertainment. I didn't cheat. I'm trying to throw the match. It's only for entertainment.
No, I am a complete f*** up, but I do hype it up, right? And so with the Ethan Ralph thing, I don't even really understand what happened.
You're playing 4D little cow chess.
I like to think I am, but I'm too stupid to pull it off, is what I think it is.
Yeah, so everything you just said is a bunch of bull.
Well, I'm trying to play 4D chess. I'm just not very good at it. But the point that I'm making is I don't actually know what happened between me and Ethan Ralph. I know we talked about the fight, ended up falling apart, and honestly, Ethan Ralph would probably body me. You, Jordy, though, I can tell you, Jordy, you will destroy Ethan Ralph.
He need like 5'7" or something. He need like 5'7" or something.
I don't know. I know you've got reach. I know you've got strength. I know you've got stamina. You train against him the way you train against me. And with a glass joke before you had one.
How did you train Wings again for both?
Oh, I carried a farmer's walk, and I did punching back about an hour and a half a day.
Round 3.
So you had no boxer in there doing you had a fight?
No, I had a professional fighter called Mamba. He was giving me like I didn't have anybody standing there with me holding the pads. But like
imagine
again, I was fighting Boogie. Like you gotta understand.
But you imagine you're entirely dedicating yourself to the sport, working, knowing every angle, and when you're training Wings, these guys just go and start throwing swings.
Well, but to be fair, like I think we covered this before, like I was doing actual proper boxing until I realized Boogie wasn't fighting back.
There's one moment in the ring like where I looked across at you and I like nodded, like I thought I was like, I don't know, like go ahead and hit me, let's see how this feels. And then you hit me and I was like, I do not like that. That is bad to happen. I do not. You rang my bell first couple of hits.
Knocked your pants off is what he did.
He really did. And I am so mad that didn't become like a meme. Like that was a great King Hippo reference. Like retro game. I was like so excited that my pants were coming down.
Dude, I was embarrassed for you. I was like looking over my corner like, what are we doing?
I mean, I'm embarrassed too, but like, I don't know, life's a game, it's a joke, who cares? If your pants fall down, who cares?
Yeah, I honestly, if you wanted to say that was entertainment, I'd buy it, but I don't buy the bullshit story about you being played 4D chess, and I certainly don't buy that.
Yeah, that's okay. A lot of
try to throw a match.
A lot of people. I would still be.
You're coming at me like nobody's ever set up anything in the world. Let me tell you a story.
It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with whether no one's ever set up anything in the world.
Well, I'm saying,
fans thought it was on the up and up, and you tried to go around it.
Everything I've ever did in this, like, let me look. I've worked in this thing for almost 17 years now. And almost every event I've ever been a part of, everything has been scripted. Like, who's supposed to win? How are you supposed to do it? You're supposed to do this. Like, it's all about money at the end of the day.
So the fight was scripted? That's a crime.
No, the fight was not scripted.
I mean, it may as well have been because there was
everything is assumed.
There was
what else have you done in scripted in game?
Like the Billionaire's Bash. Like Blade was actually supposed to win the Billionaire's Bash, and you could ask him about this. But then like X-Jaws started like showing out. And then so I'm like, I'm going to try to catch X-Jaws. Because like we thought it would be funny if Blade won the tournament because we were going to split the money anyway.
So that whole thing with the thing wasn't that some Greek millionaire or billionaire or something?
Yeah, it was out. He does like ball and stuff like that. Because like the whole idea was to go to his website was like Battle or something. Not Battle, but like Battle Cam or some
Battle Cam. That's how Keemstar got famous.
No, Keemstar got famous for like orchestra.
Alright, I gotta set the record straight. Something is really pissing me off. Notch took another game and ripped
and made Minecraft. Alright? Alright, if we're gonna call stuff a ripoff, let's call it what it is. Notch took another game, ripped it off, created Minecraft. Now Notch comes over to Machinima, alright, and he's sitting next to these dudes and they meet him and la-da-da-da-da. And these little fanboys at Machinima Realm, yeah, you fans at Machinima Realm that work there, alright, talking about my fucking game, Fortress Craft, saying that it's a ripoff and that Fortress Craft can go suck a fucking dick. This motherfucker with a t-shirt with two horses fucking each other with rainbows talking about Fortress Craft can suck a dick. Motherfucker, you got another homo sitting right next to you that looks like Abe Lincoln. Here, go to this video right now and send your fucking FAGA. I'm unleashing all these motherfuckers on you. You don't fucking talk shit about me and my fucking game, or I'm gonna fucking talk shit about your whole goddamn crew and fucking bring you down to your knees where you can actually suck a fucking cock that.
Keemstar got famous. No, I think the Batman's, I don't know.
It's like when Keemstar actually made money, Fortress Craft was the first thing I remember hearing about.
That's the first time he made big money.
Yeah.
You know, he told me a funny story about that. You know that?
What's the story?
He, you want to hear this?
Yeah, tell her.
He told me this when I was on Bailey. He said when he made the cell-phone Fortress Craft, it was you know, like $1 million, something. I don't know the exact amount of money, but he was working at a law firm where he's basically like a repo law firm. You know, he calls up and intimidates the guy, I guess, to get the retainers and stuff like that. And he sold, he was part of the sale for Fortress Craft. And what he didn't know is there's like a 6-month period in which time you might just suck the piece out. And the time to get the money, and they only give you the money in installments. So it's huge deal. He's got a bunch of money coming in, right? And he goes into work, and he's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!" And he goes on and finds out, and he finds out that he does not get the money for 6 months. And this is exactly what he told me. He had the marshals, or the state police in New York, telling him he had to get out of his house, like it's his parents' house, because he couldn't pay him. He basically had to stay for 6 months. And the check came, asked the cops, and he was like, he held the check to the cops, like, look, just give me the bank, and I cashed it, I put it up right now, and I guess whoever was deciding, or whoever's gonna actually, you know, get the house, is like, all right, give him the chance to pay it. And that's how he got out of it. That's how he paid off the house. It's my favorite Keemstar story. And he told me that. I might not have all the details correct, but it was something to that effect.
Me, Keemstar, and Woody had a brilliant game idea we never could get off the ground. Because back in the day, we wanted to do YouTube, commentator, tournament fighter. It was going to be like a Street Fighter knockoff, but have like all the Call of Duty YouTubers, like Woody, X-Jaws, like, you know, Greg William Johnson, and you play on Xbox and you can just fight on it. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that was an idea that would actually make money back in the day. It's got to be better than on PlayStation.
You know what would be kind of cool is if you play 2 rounds at the end, it goes to a 3rd round, and you actually have to fight. You know, that would be kind of a good idea. Keemstar has all the great ideas. He had that battle for the channel that never got off too.
I don't think people realize how good Keemstar is at his job. And like how many fingers.
You were coming off like big suck-offs, but
I mean, I'll suck them off, right? I don't really care. You know, I have no big.
I do.
But the reality is, he has his finger in every pie, and like it's really shocking.
He's very creative when it comes to this space.
Yeah, if only he had the basic human skills for things like empathy and kindness, he'd be a great guy.
Are you saying that Keemstar's associate?
Probably, yes. Yeah. Probably.
Good, I'm glad I don't have to do this.
You know, like, I want to say this, like, I've been doing this for 17 years now, and like, Keemstar was the person I met that when he tells you you're going to make money, you actually make money.
Can we talk about the completionist for a second? As someone else smarter than me said on Twitter, Gerard the completionist has successfully completed his career.
Yeah.
And for those of you, I really look deep into this because it affects one of my favorite communities. I'm pretty close to the game changers. I've got to know a lot of retro gamers over the years. All of us have at one point or another done a convention with it. And I love doing these conventions. Why I travel so much. I get paid to go to these things. I generally only break even and make it like $500, but it gives me a chance to go see some people I love and meet some fans. And so I've done some conventions with Gerard, and it seemed like nice enough fellow. Well, it turns out he had a charity called the Open Hand Foundation.
5-figure discount.
Yeah. And they were collecting money for Alzheimer's. And then instead of giving it to Alzheimer's charities, I guess they were hoping people would just forget they had the money.
Dog, they got
They sat on
Alzheimer's,
it
they
for
were
like
going to
10
forget.
years. Right. And Carl, we talked with Carl Jobs.
Carl Jobs, another victim.
Yeah, okay, this guy is good at what he does, man.
Yeah,
like,
he sure
congratulations. He's probably, like, one of the best YouTubers up and coming. I am terrified of him at this point. But as I said, him and Mudahar blew this thing wide open.
The last thing I want to do is ruin the legacy of my family, of my mom and her memory, especially because this is such a personal thing for the last 25 years of my life. I'm not trying to be like, you guys want money to help me hide this? It's not this at all. I'm just asking from a humanity perspective of, like, if I am the target of this, I have 20 mouths to feed. I have sponsors, I have a business, I'm trying to make video games, I'm trying to get out of content creation so I don't have to worry about YouTube anymore and do better things in the world. And I just know, because of my track record of things like G4 exploding, me being friends with JonTron when he was a racist, you know, I've been a part of, like, you know, Pro Jared.
When he was a racist.
One thread about the charity thing is
JonTron's a
going
racist.
to upheave my entire life in a way that scares the living crap out of me. I know this is shitty me to say this. I'm not trying to ask for sympathy or anything. I mean, I've been following your guys' stuff for years. The stuff with Billy Mitchell, Carl, the stuff that you've done, Ludo, with tons of content creators over the years. Like, there's no nuance to this. People are going to see this, and they're going to immediately go, that Gerard guy who's been nice to a bunch of people actually isn't very nice overall. And let's get rid of him.
And presumably because someone who doesn't like Gerard was pulling threads and found that this charity wasn't losing. Because it is, it does look like it did most things.
What?
Legally.
Yeah.
I know actually. I've seen some.
Oh,
break
what?
it down. Legally, he did everything correct.
No.
As long as it didn't touch the money or whatever. But morally, he was morally bankrupt the way he was
I
saying.
don't think so.
Like we've given away millions, we've done this, we've done that, when in reality the money is just sitting in an account. Well,
I don't know if you're right, Boogie, because, like, if it's just sitting in an account and it's not going where he's saying, because he made authoritative statements about the money going to multiple charities. That's what his defenders are saying, well, the money didn't move. Well, I gotta be careful here.
Right,
all right.
of course, yeah.
If he was going to be accused of fraud, I would think that could be. I'm not a lawyer. That could be because you're telling somebody something, and it's not going to where they say it's going.
Guys, welcome to Andyland. For those of you who don't know what we're doing, we're raising money for dementia research and prevention, helping victims who not only have dementia, but the families of those around them. It's obviously a very important cause. Talk today, near and dear to my heart. I was 10 years old when my mom got dementia, and it's been a journey for me and my family. And so this cause is obviously very personal, and that's why we're here today. Bits, donations, subs, buy the shirt, buy the coin, buy indie games, all that stuff. All of it is going to the benefit of helping others for this charity event.
For all you know, it's a slush fund, and that's a guess. I don't know for a fact. I'm checking my. But the fact, I think the fact that the money didn't move is irrelevant, and they made that abundantly clear because he made this I can say for a fact. He made authoritative statements that that money was going to
Bro,
local
they just start
charities, and
moving.
it went nowhere. If I had to guess, I don't know for a fact. That's where would be the fraud would be taking place.
Well,
See what I mean?
so I mean, you're probably entirely right about that.
I got a question about that. Like, since he's not spending it and he's not putting it in his personal
God
account,
damn it.
like, wouldn't that fall under, like, the shoplifting law, where it's like, you can't be hit with shoplifting until you leave the store with the item? Like, he still has a chance to donate the money.
I mean, I think I've seen
Bailey.
supposed experts say something along that lines, yeah. But that's not, I'll tell you, so the actual fraud is not the interesting thing to me. That's for the lawyers, that's for the charities, that's for the people who donate the money. I'm none of those people. What's fascinating to me is the drama surrounding it. So Gerard made this clapback, and he's like, you know, I said this and I did that, and he's like threatening to sue Mudahar, and he's threatening to sue Carl, and like calling it libel and stuff.
I am not going to let my reputation be compromised by allegations that are not true. I own up to my partners. but I will not be painted as someone who's a con artist and embezzler. I won't be someone whose name gets tarnished without putting up a fight. I owe it to my friends, my family, and myself to stand up to this situation right now. Furthermore, my family and I are in serious conversations with our legal teams regarding next steps, as the allegations that have been made with complete disregard for the truth of the matter. These allegations were made by individuals whose self-identity aren't even financial or legal professionals. These allegations are slanderous, and we believe we're done with selfish intent. They have directly jeopardized the safety of me, my staff, and my family, and that is not okay.
And all these retro gamers were like, good on you, Gerard, you really clapped back, right?
Yeah, I noticed that.
And then they dropped this complete audio. And in that complete audio, there's, I think he did it on this little thing I put on my channel, where he basically said, look, I'm not saying that I'm trying to pay you off here. I'm just saying this is going to destroy my business, destroy my life, destroy my... And it's like so heartbreaking.
It sounds like, I'm not saying it is, and you guys should be careful too.
Sounds like he's trying to fix a Call of Duty match.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody would do that. Shit, right?
You know what? The funny thing was, I thought the guy was an idiot, and maybe he's a good guy that got in over his head. And as soon as I heard that tape, where it sounds like, not saying it is, a bribe, and what he's talking, what Boogie just mentioned, I started to wonder if this was deliberate after that. He made authoritative statements about the money going to where it was going to certain places. Never went there. He said he didn't find out about it in 2021. That's almost 3 years ago now. I just thought he was an idiot. I'm a little less sure that he was an idiot after watching that, because that seemed highly manipulative to me. It's not proof of anything, but I was like, whoa. And the balls of that guy to come out and threaten them, knowing he actually said those things to him and begged for his career.
Yeah, and of course they were going to release the full audio after that. It's a comedy of blunders, truly. And it's one of my favorite parts about it is today, watching some of these mutual acquaintances that I've done conventions with, like shrieking back, like, oh my god, now that I've heard this full audio, there's no way I can support this guy anymore. These are people that are like so certain that Gerard is like a great guy and did everything right. And I mean, having met him briefly, yeah, he seemed like a great guy.
What made them so certain? I know exactly who you're talking about. I mean, I used to tell Wolfden, a guy I really respect in that space. But what made them so certain? When he kept using his mom as a shield?
Yeah,
Is
to
that
wiem.
what convinced them? Because here's the thing.
Adios,
He said
ahorita.
he was gonna go. He didn't go. And all of a sudden, Mudahar and Carl Jobs are drama tubers? Are you kidding me? Are you out of your mind? They were completely done in by an emotional argument, and that's being generous. I mean, it looked like, you know what it looked like to me? Because you know how cloud chasers work on the internet. They thought he was going to cut off on the victory, so they all jumped on his side because Muda, and they completely misjudged Muda and Carl. And then it became, okay, this isn't the best thing to do, so I'll go with this guy because the Muda and Carl look like they're going to win this battle. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, I am not impressed by a lot of retro guys that I thought were right.
I mean, I'll be honest, a lot of retro games, it is kind of a close-knit community. You know, it's a bunch of old heads who played these video games growing up. Now we own them, now we collect them. There's a lot of people